Hello, hello, and welcome to my DIY Nano Bead Tool Kit tutorial. So after working with hair feathers for a while and trying out all the different beads on the market and trying hair clips, I have learned that nano beads are by far the best. They are the smallest of beads that you can get. They're incredibly discreet. They're silicone lined to protect your hair. Nano beads are also a bit tricky when it comes to finding a tool that will actually work with them because they are so small. So instead of struggling to find a tool, I decided to design my own. So included in the kit is some of the threaders that I made by hand. I've also learned that when working with the hair feathers, that it is a good idea to move your hair feathers on a regular basis. The beads are awesome because they stick around for incredibly long time, but that really isn't ideal, not on just that one section of hair. In time, as you're styling and brushing and washing, you get caught on the beads, you get a bit of hair breakage, and that's not good. So I want you to protect your hair if you're going to be working with hair feathers, and I want it to be a fun and easy process for you. So that's why I put these kits together. So we'll go ahead and dive into the kits and get going. Oh, and just a heads up, just so you know, videos are not my strong suit. I have a tendency to fumble over my words. Sometimes I might get a little spacey. This is kind of my world lately, especially more so ever since having COVID. I've been dealing with a bit of a broken brain, but it's on the mend, so that's good stuff. So back to the kits. In the kits here, we've got the threaders. I included two of them with the kit. You've got a backup just in case something happens to one of them, you step on it, lose it. They're small, but you've got a backup. You've got plenty of nano beads to get you going. There'll be a link below which gives you a connection to the Amazon link where you can find the nano beads if you'd like to purchase more. You've got pliers, you got some hair clips to hold your hair back, and some snap clips. I'm going to talk about the snap clips first. So when it comes to figuring out the placement of the feathers, it can be a bit tricky. Everybody's hair is different. Some is thick, some is thin, some is curly, whatever. So the snap clips are for you to test out where you want to put your feather. Just to give you an example, say I want to see if this section here will be a good spot to try the feather. Pull it back. Grab your feather, grab a snap clip, wrap it around that feather, and test out that area. That looks kind of nice. Just play around with it, see which section is going to work best for your hair. Some people like to do face framing, so that would be maybe an inch or so back behind the face line, around like that. Some people like the feathers here. Some people like them back in through here or back here. So just play around, see what's going to work best with your hair type. I do know that thicker hair has a tendency to be a little bit more tricky when it comes to your feathers being visible. So you'll probably want to go closer to your part line or whatever so that you can see them a little bit easier. So test it out with those clips. All right, gonna go ahead and get into showing you how to use your kit. So go ahead and grab one of your little threaders out of the bag. The threader, I dropped the threader, is going to have a little beaded end there, and then you've got the wiry end. Go ahead and pinch the wiry end, give it a little bit more of a point. Going to go ahead and grab one of your nano beads, slide it over the wire. Once it's over the wire, you're going to bring it all the way down to the bottom there. I like to go ahead at this point and take the tool and stick it on my pinky. It keeps it nice and handy for the next stage, and also opens up the wire and make it a little easier for the next step. So we're going to go ahead and pick a section. Going to grab one of the clips, pull your hair back out of the way, and you're going to grab a small section of hair. When it comes to picking that section of hair, it is important to make sure that your hairs are all together in that same section. If you grab hairs that are included from all around, when you crimp that bead down and you brush and style, you're going to get pulled. You're going to pull on all those little random hairs. It's going to cause discomfort. So that's not ideal. Don't do that. I'm going to guesstimate it's probably about 10-ish hairs, maybe 15 or so if you've got finer hair. If you pick too big a section, it won't thread through the bead. Then you know you've got too much. Just take a few out and try again. Go ahead and grab the tool off your pinky. Now it's open, as you can see. You're going to place the tool on the hair like so. Stick your finger through the ends there. Wrap it around the hair. Going to bring your middle finger up and pull it through. Now that the hair's through the wire there, you're going to come down to the crimp bead, pull it down the wire, and now it's on the hair. Easy breezy. All right, now you're going to go ahead and grab your feather. With the feathers, there is clearly a front and a back, a top and a bottom. So you want to make sure you've got your top side facing up. You're going to go ahead and move the bead up a little bit more there. You're going to push the end of the feather through so it pops out through the top there like so. You're going to go ahead and grab your pliers. With the pliers, just so you know, I went through and I sanded off all the little sharp bits on these metal components to protect your hair. So a little extra TLC on your tool to make sure that your hair is protected. You're going to go ahead and grab your pliers. You're going to give yourself about a finger's width of wiggle room before crimping down the bead. If you crimp the bead down really close to the scalp, it'll cause discomfort with brushing. You don't want to do that. You need some wiggle room. Go ahead, grab the pliers. And you're going to take the serrated teeth bit and squeeze down. And if you're not sure if it's tight enough, go ahead and give it another squeeze. And voila, you have a hair feather in. Whoop, whoop. And these light beads show up nicely on the video. Yeah, the darker beads normally match my hair, but I chose the lighter beads for the video so that you can see this a little bit better. So once it comes to moving your bead to a new section, you'll go ahead and grab your pliers again. And now we're going to be working with the little circle bits here. So you've got small, medium, and large. We're going to be working with the smallest hole that is closest to the serrated teeth there. You're going to grab the feather and kind of put the bead on its side. And you're going to take your tool, put it inside that first little holy area so that the bead is long ways. The pointy part of the bead is around the circular part of the hole there. And all you do is squeeze. That opens the bead up. And then you're going to pull it off. Now that the bead is off and the feather is off, it may still be on your feather here. I do not recommend grabbing the bead and pulling it off that way. It'll jank your feather all up. It is not ideal. It is not pretty, so don't do that. So you want to go with the grain of the feather. Go ahead and pull it down off the feather. Easy breezy. So that's how you use the tool kit. Now the feathers themselves will last for quite a long time. You can use them over and over and over. The feathers, if they end up starting to look a bit janky in time, you can use a hair straightener to straighten them, or you can boil some water and let it steam. Hold the feather over that steam, and all that steam will make the feathers look all pretty again. So it's a little feather hack for you. So that is how you use your tool kit. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out at the link below. If you like this video and don't already have a kit and would like one, connect with me with the link below and I'll send you a kit as well. And I will in the future also be making another DIY video for these kits. They do work beautifully for doing fairy hair as well. If most of you who have met me at my shop know that I do what is called the single strand method for fairy hair, but most people can't do that. It's a bit tricky, very intricate and detailed. So I've discovered a way that is really awesome that works with these nano beads. Because they're so small, they're discreet. I learned a little hack that will help the tinsel stay on that bead. So I will teach you that in the next video. So be on the lookout for that if you want to put some sparkles in your hair. So yes, thank you so much for watching the video. Have fun with your kits. Take care now.